All right, everybody. Joining me now, she's a singer-songwriter out of Chicago, Illinois. Kyla Gabka, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So, first thing I'm going to ask, because I've had two artists on the podcast from that area, one White Sox, one Cubs. I want you to break the tie, if you don't mind. Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
Cubs or White
um,
Sox?
White Sox.
Oh, no, I'm a Cubs fan.
No,
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
it's okay. My boyfriend is too. He's over there. He just gave me the dirtiest look.
Why? Why? Because I asked you to break the tie between Cubs and.
He's a Cubs fan, yeah.
Oh, he's a Cubs fan. Oh, he should
Yeah.
get. I should get him on the podcast. He should be next.
Yeah.
He should be next. You know what? That should be your next. That should be your next song.
Yeah.
The dichotomy. Do the dichotomy about like Chicago sports.
That'd be funny, yeah. It's funny though because I've actually been to more Cubs games than Sox games. But
So why White Sox? Is this your family?
no, I mean my family doesn't care about sports, but it's just I don't know. I from the South Side, so
Gotcha. Makes sense.
yeah.
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 I'm old, so I remember the days of like Frank Thomas and like old stuff. Um but yeah, so you're outside of Chicago though, right? It's a suburb. Is that
No, I'm
correct?
actually in Chicago.
Oh, you are?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I thought I read something about I forgot the city that I read, but you're actually in Chicago proper. Okay.
You probably saw my
So
PO box. That's in the suburbs.
well no, I saw something on Facebook. I don't know.
Oh,
But anyways, so what got you into music? I know you did a little acting. So go ahead and introduce yourself, talk about your start in music.
yeah, for sure. So my parents put me in violin and piano when I was 4, so that's kind of where I got my start. Um, Basically like my whole family is musicians. Um, so I started when I was 4, and then all throughout like elementary school, I did violin, piano, I did orchestra. And then what really sparked like me wanting to do a career in this was I think I was in like 8th grade, and I went to go visit my cousins, and in their town they had like uh Prairie Fire, I believe it was called, which is like a touring like theater company that like does like uh shows with kids.
Mm.
So they were doing Cinderella Goes to the Hop, the musical. And I went with them and we were on the show, and I was one of the stepsisters. And that really sparked me wanting to sing and do music more. And then it was time to start looking for high schools. And it was between my the school I went to, which is Curie High School, and also the Shy Arts Performing Arts High School. I didn't get into Shy Arts for singing or musical theater. I got in for violin, which I did not want to do. I wanted to sing. And Curie had this program called Musicality. And I begged my parents to let me go to Curie, and their only condition was that I had to join Musicality. So I
So
joined
wait.
Musicality.
I don't mean to interrupt, but you're acting like the application process sounds like it was easier said than done, right? It had to be a crazy process. You're just like rattling off things. I'm like, it just doesn't happen like that. It had to be pretty like hard, right? Wrong?
I don't remember too much. I know I had to audition for
Uh,
Shy Arts. I remember going
That's
in
what
and
I
I
meant. I
remember
meant there had to be
singing.
some audition processes going on here.
Yes. Yes. For Curie, there was no audition because it was a homeschool. I
Right.
automatically was able to just go there. But for Shy Arts, yes, there was an audition. I don't remember what I played for the violin. It might have been like Spring by Vivaldi or
Yeah, well
I
we can
don't
I
know.
do want to talk to you about a cover that I saw. I know I saw
Sure.
this. Why Dancing Queen,
Oh.
ABBA. That's like a 70s song.
Yeah.
That's cool. It sounded good.
Thank you. Uh, so I was like a sub for a wedding band for a little bit, and that was one of the songs that they gave me. And I just realized I like it on my voice. And during my live streams, I have someone who requested it a lot. So I was like, I might as well just do a cover of it. So that's why I did that for my channel.
Would you ever do The Voice or anything like that?
Probably not. I did an audition for American Idol when I was like 14. It's just I don't, I don't know. All my friends in musicality were on America's Got Talent. And after seeing that, it looks like a really cool experience, but it's not something that I personally think I would want to do. But it seems like a cool
Yeah, a
experience.
lot
It's
of people
just,
that
yeah.
I've spoken to on here say that they basically own your rights and like you're basically controlled by them for that period of time.
Yeah.
And some people talk about how they have life rights, meaning that later on they can even use like even if you're outside of like this was something they did like years ago, they can still basically they can still market your out of TV success.
Yeah.
Not trying to detract you in case you get
No,
that
yeah.
in DM or anything. Um, but then I've also heard people, I've also had someone on the podcast that went like pretty far in The Voice and like got brought back. She got brought back and then she was on Blake's team and then, but yeah, I've heard both things. And then I've had a friend, she got screwed for lack of a better term. So from like The Voice,
Hmm.
where they told her she'd be on and then they what, and then she wasn't.
Uh,
Yeah. And I had a buddy that was on, and it's just I guess it's personal preference, right? Who knows?
yeah, it
10
depends on the
years,
journey you're
yeah,
taking.
10 years down the line, you may have a change of heart. Never
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah.
So musical influences, proper day, modern day influences. Who's your go-to?
I love Miley Cyrus and I love Selena Gomez. Those are like my two, like probably pop. Miley's more rock now, but like pop rock influences. Um, but my heart really always lines with musical theater because I went to school for musical theater.
Mm,
Musicality, we did a lot of musical theater. Um, a lot of the original stuff I was doing with musicality, was also like very musical theater influenced. It was pop, but it was also musical theater. So I love musical theater, but I would say like my two like mainstream influences are probably like not Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift, but she's not up there with Miley and Selena for me.
mm. Yeah, that's another question I've asked people, and it's been right in the middle as well. So some people I had like a really like major Swiftie, and then I had someone on like some dude was like I could care less. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it's
I like her,
right in the
but
middle again, yeah.
yeah,
She's like one of those like success stories from like she was just country and then now she's like top 5 most famous people in like the world.
yeah, it's
So it's
insane.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, my mom was not a big fan because my mom's like old school country. So when
Mhm.
when Taylor Swift first came out, my mom was like, "Turn that off. Like give her a break. It's 20. It's not the 80s anymore, mom. Like, you know, my mom's like
Right.
old school country, like Kenny Chesney and like older than that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Are you into any country music or any other genres or
Um, I like a little bit of everything. I don't
because you
listen
are
to
in the
too much
Midwest,
country.
and Midwest is big in the country. It is.
Yeah, but in Chicago, it is definitely a hit or miss with the people around
Really?
here. Yeah. I have friends who are diehard country, and then I have friends who are like,
Like
ew,
Tim
country, what
McGraw,
is
Faith
this?
Hill, yeah, all
Yeah.
that.
I'm in the middle. Like I listen to it, but I if you start naming out a bunch of artists or a bunch of songs, I probably won't know it unless you actually play the song. Um, so I do like it and I do listen to it a little bit, but I'm not like super diehard into country.
Gotcha. Okay,
I like to sing
okay.
it though.
Yeah. Or you could do some country covers. Maybe those will get some downloads or views.
I did what's that song? Chicken Fried. I like that song.
Yeah, okay. I was a big fan of the Chicks. I don't know if they're still around. They used to be the
Like
Dixie
the Dixie
Chicks.
Chicks. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They're
yeah,
great. Yeah.
yeah. And then but yeah, so all right. So when did your first single come out?
I think it came out in 2020. I think like right before the pandemic started.
You put it on
Might have been,
Spotify and all that. You had your YouTube and stuff.
yeah, it was called Try. It's very, very amateur, but that's fine. It was my first single. And at the time I was listening to this podcast called The DIY Musician by CD Baby. Um, and I felt like I had just been learning so much and like they just kept saying, just put stuff out there, just do it already. Even if you feel like it's not the best thing to do, just do it. Because you're always going to keep going. And if you just never put something out, no one's ever going to hear it and you have nowhere to grow. And something I learned in college, like the first thing I learned day one in theater foundations was go before you're ready. So I feel like just putting things out there, taking those chances and just trying things out and keep going from there, I feel like is kind of the best way to do it, at least for me. So yeah, I put that in 2020.
Coming out of the coming out of the pandemic. Well, really in it.
Yeah,
So
it's like going right into the pandemic.
yeah. So that's interesting. Everyone's sitting at home anyways. So I get that.
Yeah.
So have you always done like pop music? Are you going into more of the rock side? Like talk about what kind of stuff you have coming up.
Yeah. I would say probably very pop rock. Love I love singing rock. I also love singing pop. It's different styles. But I feel like at least with the songs that I've been working on, they've leaned more towards like the pop rock side, a little bit more rocky. Like with high school, it was a little bit more on the pop rock side. Well, versus Make It Last, which
Yeah,
is very poppy.
we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about high school. I want to talk about high school.
For sure. But yeah, I would say I think I go through phases. I really love singing rock, I really love singing pop, and I really love singing musical theater. I also love singing a little bit of like folky stuff. But I would say I'm mainly what I've been doing recently has mainly been rock with a little bit of pop.
Gotcha. Okay, so rock pop instead
Yeah.
of pop rock.
Yeah,
I got it.
exactly.
I got it. I got it. All right. So, are you into like the night scene kind of there? Like do you go from bar to bar and play, or do you more of a coffee shop person? Where do you usually play?
I'm more of a live streamer. I don't
Live stream.
really
You don't really go to the bar scene or anything?
no. I I've done some like open mic stuff here before.
Live stream as in like Instagram live and like YouTube live or
I
Twitch
do
or
Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Um, so I'm mainly on there. I try to stream at least like 2 times a week. But
is that how you've gotten 28,000 views on high school? Is that how you did? You just put it all online? Like forget about the old school way of, is that how you got so many of the views?
I don't know. It just works
That's a
out
lot. That's
sometimes.
a lot of views, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I want to
Um, no, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I said I want to know who marketed that because like I said, that's a lot. So let's get to it. We are playing by our own rules. The world is ours. See, right? That was a lyric from that song. Is that basically is that basically the meaning of the song? Is that doing things our way and forget about the stereotypes?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like following what we want to do, not listening to what other people want us to do. Um, and just
And
yeah, just
what
living our
caused that
life.
idea? What caused that idea? Was it something that like you
Girl
just woke up?
angst.
You just woke up one day and was like, I want to just grill all the high school people, mean girls. I just want to destroy them. Is that
So,
what it was?
I mean, kind of. So, my friend Saint Saray, he actually wrote the song. I came to him. So we're working on an album, and he wrote some of the songs on the album, some of the songs I wrote, and then some of the songs we wrote together. And high school was one of the ones that I called him, and I was like, um, "Do you know the song King of Queens by Alessandra? She was in Eurovision, not I think last year."
No, no, not particularly. Sorry.
Gotcha. No, that's right.
On me at least. On me at least.
That's okay. I had that song on repeat and I was like, I want a girl power song too. So I called my friend and I was like, we need a girl power song for this album because this album is all about me finding myself. Hence the song Finding Me that also came out. And just getting rid of the norm, getting rid of the stereotype, doing what I want to do. And so that's how high school got born. Yeah, it's all just girl power. I wanted a girl power song on the album.
And it released in May, right? Something like that.
I think April, but yeah,
April,
something around
May,
that. Yeah.
something like that, spring.
Yeah.
So when's the album, or did the album release, or you're talking
Uh,
about an
n-
album?
Not yet. I think we're gonna release a few more singles first. Um, I have to circle back with my label on that,
Yeah.
but we
So
don't have a set date yet.
how many songs you thinking?
I think we have 12.
Yeah, 12. Wow, that's a
Yeah.
full, I don't know, I don't want to give ideas or anything, but I've heard that what's old is new again. I've had some people coming on here and saying that they're gonna dish out old school CDs and
Oh
like
yeah,
just go back to the 90s. You ever think about that?
that's a good idea.
Like what's old is new again. And I'm like, well,
Yeah,
what's next? Just standing by the corner and handing them out. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Like the CD style. Would you ever consider that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there are people who want it, yeah, definitely. Um, I'm not personally the person who listens to CDs anymore. I'm a streamer person. I love my Apple Music.
Yeah,
Uh,
I figured that would be the answer when you told me that you didn't do much of the live scene. I was like,
yeah,
okay, that's gonna be your answer. It's
yeah,
not a bad answer, but it's just a assumptive answer.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely open to it. And going back to the live scene, it's not that I'm opposed to it. It's just not where I'm
No,
at
I didn't
right
mean it like
now.
that. I just
No, I
meant
know,
that
no,
you
for
haven't
sure.
done it.
Yeah, it's definitely something I would love to do. Just life has been lifing.
You could always do vinyl. Vinyl's back too.
That's
That's even
true.
further.
I
That's
do
even
like vinyl.
further. That's even further back.
Yeah,
You
vinyls
know,
are cool.
I got a funny story that I've shared a few times, and I remember it was a bar in college. Some guy was like, he wasn't dancing. It was like EDM or like rave night, and he was just sitting in the middle, like standing in the middle, handing out his CDs. I'm like, dude, no one is. It's like it's 2020, like 2020. No one's gonna care. I feel so bad. But then now I've heard rumblings from people that it's coming back. So, you know,
Yeah,
we'll see, right? We'll see.
yeah, you never know.
Listen to this podcast in 5 years, and maybe it'll be, maybe you'll have a CD out two times over,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Maybe
maybe. So what was the other song that you mentioned that we talked about high school? What was the other one
the
that
one
you
that just
said?
came out was Make
Yeah.
It Last.
Yeah, talk about that one. I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet, but talk about that one.
Yeah, so it's very poppy. It's another one that Saint Cyr wrote. Uh, I went to him and I was like, I want a bubblegum Barbie song.
Mm.
I want you to think the color pink when you listen to this song. Um, and I feel like I got exactly what I wanted.
Like Katy Perry style.
Yeah,
Katy
yeah,
Perry was one of the first pop artists, like real pop artists, like
yeah,
that kind of
no, for
like
sure.
bubblegum, like just classic pop.
Yeah, classic pop, think very Barbie. Like it could
Okay,
be in the Barbie movie, like that type of vibe. It's very much about like going out with your girls, having fun, um, and just making the night last.
got it, got it. Um, so it's got to be crazy. Everything's online now. You ever like take a break and be like, wow, it's so fast, like all these streams and stuff. You ever get it where it's like it's overload?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Something I'm always trying to figure out how to manage. I'm also a music teacher, so I teach
Yeah, I have to say,
quite
it's
a
like you
bit.
also have the career to pay the bills, and
Yeah,
then also this, right? I'm not saying you can't. I didn't mean it like you will never, pay the bills with music, but I'm just saying, it's got to be like so much.
yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely a lot. Because I teach a lot. And then I'm also a personal assistant.
Music
So
teacher, as in like Like
I teach private lessons, like private
okay.
piano, violin, and voice.
Okay, I was gonna go like, are you talking about like middle school? Like,
Oh no.
okay. Could you teach middle school music? Could you do that?
Um,
Elementary style?
I don't have a certificate to be able to teach in a school like that.
Or the
So no.
patience? Or the
Or
patience?
the patience. Yeah.
Because I don't have the patience.
Yeah. The I do teach a group of kids one night a week in the musical theater program at the school where I work. So I do a little bit of group stuff, but I mostly do just one-on-ones, what I prefer. I just prefer private
Mm,
lessons.
gotcha, gotcha. All right, Kyla, in 5 years, where do you see yourself, like music wise?
A great question. Um, I in 5 years, I want to have been a Disney princess and on Broadway. So that's where you're going to see me in 5 years. I'm going to be a Disney princess in an animation movie, and I'm going to be on
All
Broadway.
right. All right. And your favorite musician of all time is
Right now, it's Miley Cyrus.
of all time, though. I'm talking about all time. All time?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Miley
Wow.
Cyrus.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that answer. All right. Where can people find you on social media? Where can people join these Twitch streams?
Yeah.
You know?
So my Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Kyla Gabka. So you can follow me on catch me on Twitch. I also live stream on YouTube, TikTok, but mostly Twitch. Um, and all my streaming platforms, all my music is all at Kyla Gabka. And I should be available everywhere on streaming platforms as far as I'm concerned.
And Instagram and
Hmm.
X and all that.
No, not
Not
X.
X, not X,
you,
not
you won't
X.
catch me there. My I have an account, I think, but like I'm locked out and I don't go
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
whatever.
So
It's whatever. It's X. No one
I'm
cares,
mostly on
No
Instagram.
one cares
So
about it. No one
Instagram and
cares about
TikTok.
X anymore. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank you for your time and all the best, okay?
Thank you so much. This is great.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye.